What's going on, guys? It is Adam. I'm back with an update on the video. For those of you that have been keeping up, I'm documenting the process of kind of what I'm going through to purchase my first investment property. It is a duplex, so both units are 3 bed, 3.5 bath. My plan is to rent out unit A. I'll be living in unit B for a couple years, save up, and purchase another one, God willing, sometime in the next near future. But I will be renting out one of my rooms in my unit. So if you know me personally and you're looking for a place to stay in the next couple of months, shoot me a message on Instagram, or if you have my number, shoot me a text and I'll send you some details. But that being said, there has been a lot going on in the market, in my life, and just in general, really, that have put some delays on everything so far. So if you remember the original video, we were supposed to close on this property, and I say we, just like you guys and us, you know what I mean? Y'all are here with me. We were supposed to close on this property originally in June, and obviously we're in July now, so I'll catch you guys up to speed on the updated timeline, what the plan is, and ultimately when we're looking on closing. I guess let's start out with the timeline. So I was originally in contract on this property of November last year. At the time, there was one unit that was going to be completed that December. It's December 2021. But the way the community is set up, there's about 18 properties on one street. And the one that was going to be available was at the very end of the street. I didn't want the one at the end. I wanted the one like kind of more central. So because of that, they told me that there was going to be a property coming up that would be ready by June 2022. And I was like, okay, well, my lease ends in January. I can float for a few months. I can float for 4 months and then move in, so that'll work perfect. Well, that obviously has been delayed. So there's been a couple reasons why, and then we'll kind of talk about some of the things that's impacted. First thing is really just material delays. I know some builders operate differently when it comes to new construction. The way this builder works is if they don't have the material that the builder wants to use, they will wait on that material. They won't substitute it with anything else, and there can't be any tweaks in the design, which has its pros and cons. But ultimately, right now, I'm feeling the impact of them having some delays with material. The second delay is really with the city. The builder that I'm working with right now, she told me recently that there was three other properties that just closed that were supposed to close 2-3 months ago. So they're seeing that much of a delay right now when it comes to the city coming in, doing inspections, installing meters, things like that. All that being said, though, so today I got a text that the painting has been completed, the cabinets have been installed. They're actually doing electrical work now. So we're getting near the finish line, and right now our projected timeline to close is September, worst case October. And at this point, I'm kind of hoping anything after like mid-September, and I'll explain that later on in the video. I need my phone for this one because I want to show you as I'm talking about it. But I want to show you guys one of the things that I think a lot of people are curious about, which is the finances and just the impact interest rates have. My realtor that I'm working with, her name is Leann. So if you're in the market for any kind of property or anything, please shoot her a message. I'll put her information in the description. But she's been super helpful in the whole process and educating me on a lot of the stuff I didn't know, to be honest. But what I want to show you first is really just the impact of your interest rate on a mortgage. And I would think it's kind of obvious, but when you see it on the small scale and then on the macro scale, it really makes a big difference. So what you're seeing here is, this is honestly, we can probably put that at like 3.25. So back when I first looked at this property, interest rates were at an all-time low. This was November last year. So interest rates for mortgages were like 2-3%. People were refinancing and saving hundreds of dollars monthly, tens of thousands of dollars in interest. So if you look here, this is kind of the rough estimate. This isn't the exact property because it's not listed anymore. So I kind of just picked a random one and plugged in my numbers. But originally I was probably looking at a low 3% interest rate, and you see here up top the principal and interest, the mortgage would have been about $1985, which all in, once you add in PMI, property taxes, was about $3,300, which is kind of what I was expecting. So if you kept up with anything in the market today, and interest rates have been rising from 4 to 5, I think the latest note saying they're at around 6%, and they're going to go up again. So before all that happened, I started this process about a month ago, and I locked in a rate at 4.88%, which, ideally I could have locked in a rate last year at 3%. But you can see just how much just that change in interest impacts you. It's about $400 more a month. The next thing I really want to pull up is, I know for some of you the numbers and the breakdown is really important, so I wanted to share that. When I went with this lender when I went with one of the preferred lenders from the builder, they gave me 5 options after going through the application process. So you'll see a couple things here. So line 3 is going to show the interest rate they're offering. Of course, line 4 will be the exact same on all. That's going to be what the loan is for the actual property. So it's the same across the board. Line 5 will show the differences in interest you pay over the life of the 30-year mortgage. Line 6 will show the down payment, which is the same for all. And then cash due, this is going to be the closing cost, which because of some of the lender credits and other incentives that they have. And then 8 will show the total balance you pay with interest after the life of the loan. Obviously, there's some immediate ones that don't make any sense, but I'll show you guys kind of the two most dramatic. Loan 2 option 1, this was going to be the highest interest rate at 5.88%, but cash at closing was the lowest. Because of different incentives, you basically have a significantly lower cost at closing versus the long-term cost you end up paying. So here, you end up paying about $524,000 in interest over the life of the loan, which is crazy compared to the option I actually went with, which is option 3, loan 1, which is the lowest interest rate of the 5 at 4.88%. You can see here with this one, I'm paying a little less than 100 grand of interest over the life of the life of the loan. And this one also has the highest upfront cost. But again, when you take into consideration the amount of savings I would get, it makes a lot of sense. So this is the one I ended up going with. Total balance paid if I pay on schedule at the 30-year mark, which is $917,223.70. Yeah, I wanted to show you guys this just to kind of look at the long-term picture. I don't mind sharing this file. So if any of you are, out there getting rates and property shopping and you want this, let me know and I can send it to you. I can send it to you via a link. Just comment down below if you need it. But that's everything on the property for right now. I appreciate you guys sticking around for the updates. I'm actually going to jump from here and go into a vlog. So if you care to hang out and just check out the next couple of days with me, plug in with me. And if you just are sticking to the property updates, hey, I totally get it. Drop a like on the video. It goes a long way. Definitely appreciate you guys for sticking around and checking in. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. That being said, back to the vlog. Catch you guys tomorrow. Sunday, I'm about to get a workout in, but because the last clip you guys just saw was already a gym session, I'm gonna spare you guys a second one. If my calves were bigger, maybe, but since they ain't, I'm gonna go get this workout in and then probably we'll end up at a coffee shop. So if you're looking for a new spot in Houston and you haven't been around yet, check out the coffee house. Honestly, it's becoming one of my favorite places. One of my habits I used to be really good at was just unplugging and taking some time during the weekend, Saturday or Sunday, and just reading, getting out of my own head and getting out of the busyness of just the day-to-day. So this is something that I've been getting back into pretty regularly, and I've been enjoying it. It's so refreshing to just digest new information and to feel like I'm growing. But yeah, that was this book today, and then after this, I think that's all I got. So back to work. So I actually didn't record any of the weekend. It just went by super quick, so my bad. But it's Monday morning. I have to finish a presentation, and I had to finish a presentation for this morning. So instead of staying up super late, just decided to come to the office early to knock it out. So you're back. All right, you guys. Well, if you're still here, I just want to say thanks. I always appreciate any level of support that you guys can give. So if you haven't already, drop a like on the video. And I just want to say, I feel like I've just been in a big creative funk over this past few months. I've actually probably recorded 3 other videos that I just never posted or never finished. I felt like I was overthinking every single thing I was recording and every single thing I was saying. So really just wanted to catch up to speed. I really enjoy making videos to, share what I'm going through and kind of my journey. So for those of you that have watched through this point, I just want to say thanks. If you haven't subscribed yet, or if you haven't dropped a like, please do so. It actually does help the video a ton. Until then, you guys, I will be back very, very soon with some exciting news. Appreciate you guys. Stay safe. Love you.